Hang on. Sorry to make everybody sick there, but I have to get this in a certain way that it'll just grab without falling. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Yeah, I don't understand French, buddy. So, where the heck is my... Yes, I need to clear my desk, folks. Oh my God. Where is the cord? This. The hell? Oh God, shut up. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Hey, give me a second here, folks. I gotta figure. I can't find anything. I'm missing so many things. I've got to tidy this desk. It's time. I'll be tidying it before Freaky Friday tonight for sure. All right, let's find the cord for you. Okay, that's not you. That's you. Oh, crap. This one falls down again. I'm having a day, folks. Just give me a minute. Now, that's my camera. And it goes over here. And that... Oh, there it is. There we go. Hi. Oh. Miss Magoo's here. And now that I've, of course, she's been quite busy with me. Oh my goodness. Yes, make mommy wreck. Why don't you come in when I'm trying to set it up, and then we can get that over with, and then I have to fuss with the camera again. Yes, a moment, baby. Let me just clean your ears. Yes. One was all dirty and making you shake your head and scratch, eh? She's very fussy about clean ears. Yes, my baby. Big deep breath. Big deep breath. There we go. Oh, you want it. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, okay, I get it. You want your back scratched. I got it. I got it. Oh, oh. Now look at, say hi to, no. Mona Lisa smile. There it is. There's the Mona Lisa smile. Oh, you're such a good girl. And you're so cute and sweet. And you understand everything, or at least 75% of the things I say, right? Right? You want a treat? Of course she does. Oh, there's a cookies and cream. There's a blueberry. I just call it cookies and cream because it's white. And a raspberry. There you go. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Let me just get this all back and sorted again. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I'm having a real, you can't really tell, but this lens, this lid has a sty starting. And because my eyes are dry, it's really irritating. It's really irritating. You can see better if I turn sideways a little bit. You can see how it's the puffies going all the way down into my cheek. It's a sty. What's a sty? A sty, I used to get them all the time when I was a kid. And I used to get them all the time when I frigadag. When I was a little kid. Usually I get them, you get them on the upper eyelid because that's where all the hair is. Most of your eyelashes are on the top. And I would get them, my eye would look like somebody just punched me. Once I remember having 2 of them and my whole face was swollen up and purple. My mom just kept putting fresh hot tea bags. Like she'd pull them, she'd make a pot of tea, let it steep and pull the hot tea bags out and let them cool down just enough where I could stand it, and she'd put them over it and it'd help. But I can't kind of do that at the moment. A sty is a blocked eyelash follicle. Like the where the root of the eyelash goes in, it gets blocked. All right, let's pop out the chat. And it's annoying as hell. And it doesn't look bad, but it's really, really painful. I can feel the sty starting right here on the inside of my lid. Of course, I can't see it. I can't see it because I can't see it. I don't have any glasses that'll allow me to see it. All right, I'm going to let this folks come in for a few minutes before I get moving on. Who's been peeing outside? I pee outside all the time. That's good for the garden. Do you honestly think if I'm out working in the garden that I have to go pee, that I'm going to make my knees go all the way in the house, up the stairs and on and off the toilet? Hell no. I'll find a secure corner of the garden. I'm going to be totally honest with you. And if you've never done this, then you're lying if you're my age, right? Because I've gotten home where, like, I'd say, Howie, I got to pee. And we could not find anywhere to pee. And we'd get home and there's no way. Just getting out of the truck started my bladder. And I would whip down my pants beside the barn and let her go because I wasn't going to piss my pants. That's all there is to it. If you aren't taking any meds at all. Really, Joe? I didn't know that. Thank God I don't pee in the beds. I just go over and pee on the weeds behind the greenhouse. Oh, well, yeah. You know what, Corey? You're right. My doctor told me that fresh urine, well, actually midstream urine, because fresh urine, if there's any bacteria on the outside of the urine hole, the pee hole, if there's anything at the first part of the pee will flush that. The midstream urine is actually an antiseptic. I remember talking to my doctor about herbs and things, you know, if you're out in the bush and stuff and you cut yourself. And she said, piss on it. And I went, what? And she said, no, I mean it. She said, like, say you slice your ankle or your foot or something, you're out in the bush. She'd say, you know, start to pee and then midstream pee, cup it in your hand and put it on the sore. She said, your midstream pee is a very strong antiseptic. So exactly, Tina. When we're in the hot tub and I have to pee, I go around the corner of the deck. See, you know, I have what I call a roadside porta potty. Do you know what that is? It's when Howie is driving and we are on a highway and there's like brush or bush or fields, nobody can see you. I get out, like I open the front door of the truck, I get out, I open the back door of the truck, and I now have two sides to keep me from being seen by oncoming and passing traffic. And I'll pee on the side of the road. I've done that more than once. That's another thing, too, while we're talking about urine. You're right, Stacy. If you're in the shower, and whenever you're in the shower, always pee on your feet. Because you know as soon as that warm water hits you, you got to pee. It always happens. Pee on your feet, especially your toes and your heels and stuff, before you wash them off. Urine, when you're in the shower, will kill athlete's foot fungus. I got poison ivy once doing that. Ooh. Well, I had an aunt and uncle who got poison ivy once. You know what they were doing out in the bush? It was apparently it was very embarrassing to explain. But I think the pee excuse was used. I'll tell you the worst thing that's ever happened to my Bippy. Are you sure you want to hear this? Well, don't pee when you're in the shower. Now, when you're in a public shower, I would do it most. But if you're in a public shower at a swimming pool or something, guys, take flip-flops. Do not walk on those floors. That's where you'll get athlete's foot. because they're not there. There's just so many people walking on them. Take a pair of flip-flops if you're going to a public pool. Wear them in the shower and then put them on the shelf with your clothes, and then or take them out to the pool with you if they'll let you, and then take them off and get into the pool. Hey, Tina LaBelle, Yellow Bird. I'm going to say hi and then remind me what I was going to talk about. Now that everybody's here, remember, if you want me to say hi, you should be saying hi in chat so I can have you on my participants list. Yes, my knee is still bad. Katrina Babe, Cindy Metroff, Corey C., Garnett Morgan, Joe Mama, Just Me, Linda Bitty Boo Bop, Mama Duke, Sherry Leach, Stacy Robbins, Tina Elliott, and Tina LaBelle. That sounds like you should be singing. And Yellow Bird up high in banana tree. I'm still traumatized for having ear infections when I was a kid. Oh yeah, I got ear infections. Told my mom to put urine in my ears, and she did. It still haunts me thinking about it. Hi, Rebecca Lynn. What was I talking about? Oh, yes. When we lived in Colborne, when we had our quarter-acre homestead, and I did have chickens and turkeys and gardens on a quarter acre. It took up my whole backyard. I didn't have much of a front yard, but enough that I had 300-year-old maples that we tapped from. It all started long before I was on YouTube. So anyway, we had this. I've been budgeting my entire life. And yes, I just got out of the shower, and yes, I peed on my feet. Back, when the kids were small and we were just sober and so badly in debt, I would always go to this place in Coburg. I don't know what it was called, but I called it the Scratch and Dent store. And it was this store that was in the back of a parking lot. You know how you go back behind stores and there's dumpsters and everything? Well, there's this one store. It used to be. And they would get broken pallets of food. If a pallet gets dropped and 3 or 4 cans roll out, or a bag of flour gets broken, the whole pallet gets tossed. So this store would take them, and I'd get all my flour there because yes, I'll bake bread. This was after the blob bread sponge baby bathtub thing taking over the kitchen table and 17 loaves of bread and all that stuff. And I used to keep my flour in a crock. 5-gallon crock on the floor. But I went to the Scratch and Dent store and I grabbed a number 10 can of what I thought was tomato sauce. It was tomato based. So I decided to make a vat of chili because they had all dented cans of chili beans and all that stuff. So I grabbed everything I needed, right? And I stopped at the grocery store for a hot pepper. And I got something called, it was a little round, wrinkly thing. It was called a Jamaican something or other. And that thing, that one little pepper, made that chili so hot that when I froze bags of chili, every time I opened one, I had to double it with more beans and more tomatoes. But that's not the funny part. Hey, Chanel, Robin Rose, Missy Royer. No, God, no. We don't tap our trees till almost March. It's been pretty mild, but we don't tap our trees until almost March. Anyway, this was back before I'd ever handled hot peppers. And I minced that friggin' pepper so fine. Not wearing gloves. Okay? And that one little pepper. And I thought, I need more of something. I forget what it was, like celery or something cooling for it. So I made the trip to town, which is about the same distance from here to Wakefield, which is, 15-minute drive. So I was going into Colborne. I lived in between Castleton and Colborne. My address was Colborne. My phone number was Castleton. That's how on the cusp where we lived was. And just before I left, because before I get in the vehicle, I always have a pee because, it's a trip. Well, I tell you, yes, Stacy, yes. And I got and it was warm at because I didn't actually touch all that much, but when I folded the toilet paper to wipe again, I must have touched my whoopee. And I'll tell you, I got halfway to town and it started to burn and I had sweat break out on my face. I made it into the grocery store and I shit you not, I was probably a red streak heading straight for the bathroom of the grocery store. Thank God I knew where it was. And I was in there 5 minutes with paper towels of cold water. Paper towels, extra paper, just rinsing and holding and I actually patted my underwear with dry paper towel and put a rolled up cold paper towel, wet, and then pulled my underwear up to get me home. And then I sat in a dishpan with milk. Never again. I wear gloves, no matter how mild the hot pepper is. Pee on your hands and it will take the burn. Well, I didn't pee on my hands, did I? Yeah, burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn. Well, I mean, I was not educated in hot peppers. I didn't come from a spicy people who enjoyed spice. It drove my dad nuts. Yeah. I remember in the early 90s with spray on hair removal. Oh, my butt just puckered closed so tight. Oh, my God. The things we do to our whoopies. But, excuse me. I learned the hard way to wear gloves when I always keep them right there so I know where they are. Whoopee. Hee-haw. Woohoo. Bippy. I don't call it the JJ. Because, that part is so much more than just the vajayjay, right? Well, we've learned. I remember when my dad had to learn to cook, right? So I never got to learn to cook until I was like 17, right? I could make eggs and I could, make sandwiches and soup and omelets and spaghetti, but I really couldn't cook, right? And Yaya sisterhood. What about the Yaya sisterhood? Yaya! Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. The lily, the peach. Oh my God, isn't that funny? Is it in Georgia where the water tower is a peach and the spout is placed right in the groove of the peach to look like a, clitty bang bang? Hey, Steven, how's it going? I'm going to be starting my strawberries this week. My strawberry this weekend. As soon as I get my table ready, I'm going to be starting my strawberries and my celery. Scott did that once. It was hilarious. Went to the bathroom and he had his wee-wee in an old bottle filled with water, and then he went and stood in front of the air conditioner. He didn't get near me, I bet. But Dad was learning to cook, and I was, of course, taking home economics. Yeah, that used to be a class. Home economics was a class. They taught you cooking because my dad didn't know how to cook, so he couldn't teach me. Well, he knew some, but he used to put a roast in the oven, and because he never saw how my mom did it. He used to put a roast in a Dutch oven, put a little bit of butter on top and salt and pepper, and this roast came out every time dry as boot leather, tough. And then I watched Angie Passmore's mom, Charlene, once do a roast, and I watched her, right? Because we had eaten supper at her place once, and there was roast beef, and it was juicy and red, pink in the middle, and I'd be drinking the juice right off the platter. As soon as it was gone, I'd drink the juice. That's how you knew I've always been anemic. I love partially cooked beef juice. Anyway, I said, how do you get it like that? So she said, then I'm going to, she said, at one point, about a month later, she said, come on over, we're going to play cards. I'm going to cook roast. No, it wasn't. It was when my dad passed away. That's what it was. Because I've seen her cook roast more than once. But it was when my dad passed away and we went up and stayed at my sister's with her. She was married to her second husband at the time. And Charlene was making a roast because we were all kind of walking around stunned and grieving because my dad died the day before, right? And so Charlene's going around because Charlene and my sister were best friends, even though Charlene was married to our first cousin, and she had remarried since he passed. She's always been a huge part of our family, right? So anyway, Charlene's buzzing around and I see her take out this big roast. And I said, okay, I want to see how no, this was before we moved. That's right. It's before we moved to Quebec. And I watched her and she got the Dutch oven out, got it really hot on the stovetop, put in some butter, and she went, shh. And she seared it all over and added salt and pepper and put a lid on it, threw it in the oven. And I went, why do you do that? She said, oh, if you don't, it comes out so dry. So I've been doing that ever since. Yogurt's really good for yeast infections. If you have a yeast infection, eat lots of high probiotic yogurt and get some plain probiotic yogurt. Grab a tablespoon, put it on your whoopee, and then put a pad on. Boom. Making yogurt today. Awesome. What do they call it now? Oh, I bet you I know what they call it. They call it some really like household technology or some stupid. It's a really weird name, right? They don't call it home economics anymore, which they should. What is that? Oh, that's where Gracie scratched me getting up. It's not too bad. It's good for the gut also. Yeah. Hi, Diane. How are you today? So I thought I'd pop in because, hi, Deborah. I remember from the Newlywed Game that whoopee was the actual secta. Making whoopee. There was a song about it. Something about, okay, let's just, let me see if I can find it. Hang on a second. Ella Fitzgerald. Let me see. Another bride. Whoops. Another bride, another June, another sunny honeymoon. Another reason, another season for making whoopee. So there you go. It's about the sex act. But, then you can't make whoopee without whoopee. You know what I mean? So I got to pop my chat back out because I did that. And then I got to put it on live chat. Hey, Nana, how are you? Yes. What? Give me a time, Stephen, because I'm going on live with Bubba at 3:30. And I'm hoping to read live tonight. I don't know if my eye is going to let me because when I look down, this feels really weird. I'm just really... Hi, Ninja Clan Kathy. What time, Stephen? What time? What's going on? I'm going to be getting off shortly. Are you going to be ready for that? 2:30 my time? Yeah, I can do that. I'll put my phone, take my phone off, do not disturb. People get so pissed off with me because my phone is almost always on do not disturb. Why? Because I'm either sleeping or working or watching TV with Howard. And I only get like a couple of hours a night with Howard to watch TV. He comes home and supper's ready and we sit down, or he has a shower. We sit down and we have supper and we watch a couple hours of TV, and 9 times out of 10, I'm back in here at 8 o'clock for editing and lives and readings and stuff. So there's only actually 2 days a week where I am not doing something in the evening where I'm stuck in this office. Why do you think I decorate it so cool? Hey, Molly Smith. I'm off to slice pork loin into chops and making meatballs. Have a great weekend. You too, Missy Royer. You too. Well, I am going to get off of here, folks. I just wanted to pop in and say I'm going to try to do the live reading tonight, but the longer the day goes on, the more irritated my eye gets, and I may have to do it tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon and do an extra chapter. I'm really sorry if that happens. It's actually, I'm gonna call it now. I'm gonna say again, I'm not gonna be doing any live reading tonight because this is getting more swollen by the hour, and I just I don't wanna irritate it anymore, especially since it's on the inside of the bottom lid instead of the top lid. So when I look down, it actually it irritates my lens of my eye. So. Okay, Stephen. Well, give me a minute to put the phone to turn the do not disturb on. Just to leave a message. I rarely answer. The only time I answer, because 9 times out of 10, I don't even see my phone ring because it's on do not disturb. It doesn't ring. Right? But sometimes, like, I'll have my phone sitting up on my table beside my chair in the living room and it'll light up and I'll see my sister's name or one of my kids' names and I'll go, oh, boom. Right? So, I love you guys. Take care. God bless. I know it doesn't look like I'm having a problem with my eye, but the swelling is going right down here, and the bump on the inside of the lid is just starting. So the next time I go pee, I'm going to rinse my eye with midstream urine. Have a great day. Give me a few minutes to turn my phone back on, Stephen, and we'll talk soon. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. This was just me popping in and let you know what's going on. I'm still having trouble with my knee. I have no trouble sitting. I have no trouble standing except for my back, right? It's getting up and down. That's the problem, right? So Freaky Friday will be really important tonight. I love you guys. Take care. Mwah! God bless. Have a great weekend. Patrons, I will see you tonight on Freaky Friday, about 9 p.m. All right? Take care. God bless.